If I was to talk to a random sales professional or seller on the street and I ask them, what's the one thing that you need the most? And you know what they'll tell me? I need to get in front of more qualified customers because I can close them. The problem is they don't know where to find them. Today, I'm going to help you solve that problem. Hey, everyone. Welcome to another great episode of the Sales Evangelist podcast. I'm your host, Donald Kelly, the Sales Evangelist, A to the men. And I'm so excited for another great episode. I'm so excited to share with you some thoughts and insights and to share with you a really cool tool that I found that I love and I would love to share with you. I've been messing around with it a little bit and now I feel that I can share some thoughts and insight on it to help you use it and to find application. But before we go ahead and dive straight into our discussion today, I have to give some shout outs. I want to give a shout out this week to Lainey. Welcome to the Sales Evangelizers. I'm excited to have you in the group and to connect with you on LinkedIn. Also want to give a big shout out to my boy, Reggie. Thank you for always being a support. Congratulations on the great things you're doing in your life. And I wish you all the best with the next phase and the new move and all the great things going on. So congratulations on that. And if you would like to get connected with me, ain't no big deal. Check it out. You can find me on Facebook. You can go and search for the Sales Evangelizers. That's our private Facebook group. Shh, don't you go tell anybody about that. Or you can also like our Facebook page. It's the Sales Evangelist. And there you can get different updates, pictures, tips, what we're doing backstage, behind the scene, all the cool stuff we're doing back here. And then also you can find me on LinkedIn, Donald C. Kelly, on Twitter, Donald C. Kelly, or you can just drop me an email, donald@thesalesevangelist.com. But either way, I'd love to hear from you. I'd love to connect with you, find out what's going on in your life. What are some of the great things that you're doing, some of the great success that you're coming across, challenges that you're facing. And if I can help answer your question, our community is there and we can all come together, pull together and share our thoughts and insights that can help you. So check us out. Again, our private Facebook group is the Sales Evangelizers. That's on Facebook. Check us out. Now, the episode or discussion at hand is about finding new prospects. A couple months ago, I came across this tool called SalesLoft Prospector. And the cool thing about SalesLoft is that it can do the prospecting for you. Well, let me clarify that. It can help you find the leads easily. Now, let me paint a picture for you. Prior to this, your company did one of two things to find leads. Well, they probably did many things to find leads, but here are a couple of the main ones. One, they went out and spent tons of money to find prospects for you guys to call, have a list, so to speak, a list of people that you can call, people who are qualified or people who were potentially your ideal customers. So now you have this big list and it costs thousands of dollars to be able to get access to this list. Or you can go ahead and find some little cheapo depot list, query company who were able to pull some other list together. And, that may have been a bit cheaper, but the problem was it was a lot of information that people put together. I'm sure you've heard of them, like Jigsaw, things like that, where the data wasn't accurate. I remember using some of these lists and we were calling and we weren't getting the right people. One of my coworkers were calling on one of these Jigsaw lists and found that he spoke to the mom of like a 12-year-old who was at school that day. So anyways, these lists just weren't reliable. Or you can do manual search. Let's go on Google and just go and try to search for people and try to find them and see if I can get a lot of these names and put them together and have something to go. And sometimes you'll find little lists, like an association may have a list of companies and so forth, but still yet not the individuals that you need and so forth. So, it took a lot more work. Well, along came LinkedIn, and LinkedIn provided us the opportunity that we can go in there, we can create lists, we can query them. But what if there's something that's a little bit easier, a little bit smarter, a little bit more robust? And that's where SalesLoft came in. SalesLoft kind of saw the genius behind LinkedIn. LinkedIn, if you're manually putting this list together, it just takes a little bit more work and, going through all the steps and so forth. But with SalesLoft, and I put a video on our website, it's at SalesEvangelist.com. Look up, this is episode number 146. Again, SalesEvangelist.com, episode number 146. Now, when you get to the website, you'll be able to go ahead and look at the videos that I have out there. And also you'll see the screenshots. But you'll recognize that SalesLoft literally sits on the top right-hand corner of my browser. It sits there, it's just chilling, not doing anything. But what happens if I want to go ahead and find a list now? It makes the idea of utilizing LinkedIn to prospect so much more useful, so much more simpler and easier to get access to. So I just simply click on the SalesLoft icon and I can go ahead and type in a search. One of the important things as you do a search is to be as specific as possible. So you might say, I'm looking for IT directors in the Miami area. So then I can go ahead and put that query, that search in a query. And what SalesLoft will do, will go ahead and pull all that information. I can go ahead and click individuals one by one as I find them and add them to my list. It'll pop up like it's on Google. And it'll simply just, again, you'll have just all of these names. And you can click on them, add them one by one, or you can add them all to your list. The cool thing about that now is that you can export that list and add it to your CRM. Like if you're using Salesforce or Close.io or whatever you're using, Goldmine, you can utilize this opportunity then to add those individuals in there. Or you can export them to like an Excel file that you can use to just go down the list and to do prospecting. Obviously, this makes it a lot easier now when you're trying to build relationships, when you're trying to connect with people that you may have a degree of connection with already, because now you have your simple list and you can see who's connected. You can ask for introductions, you can get referrals, blah, 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 yada, yada, yada. Hey, this stuff is great. And the other thing that I love about the SalesLoft tool is the fact that it can get connected to people that you really, really probably won't ever get access to. What I mean by that is our groups. Think about it. If you have a group you're trying to get into, like say the HR association group, and you can't get access to these individuals on the list within that private group on LinkedIn, you can take the name of that private group, put it in SalesLoft, and SalesLoft can go out and pull all their data, everyone that's in that group, and you can be able to have them to get access to them. You can be able to send your marketing campaigns to them. The cool thing about SalesLoft, it gets the email and phone number. Did I say that right? Yes. I'm telling you, listen, it gets emails and phone numbers. Why? Because the stuff is already out there on the web, and plus you can find this stuff on LinkedIn. It's there. So that's another cool things about this list. And the fact of the matter is, it's not costing you hundreds and thousands of dollars. I'm using a free tool right now, and you can get access to the data. They do have a paid plan, and you can check more into that and learn more about that. But the simple part of it is that this tool is literally, it's been around for a bit, but it's in my mind, it's a great game changer for the fact that you don't have to go out and spend hundreds of thousands of dollars to waste on list building stuff that's probably not even going to work in the first place. Why not go ahead and get access to data from people who are putting data out there themselves via LinkedIn? The other thing that I love about SalesLoft is that it can literally follow you. You can have it work and it's just do its thing. So you can have the integration to LinkedIn. So if you're just on LinkedIn, you're browsing and you found someone that you want to get access to, you want to add them to your list, your campaign, just go ahead and simply just hit the prospector icon and then it adds to your list. So now that individual, everything you need about that individual is added to your list. You don't have to worry about getting the name and copying and pasting and going around and trying to find the email address and copying and pasting the company and their title and all of that. It does the work for you. Simple, easy. Everyone out there should be checking this out. I hope that you break my website today and that you go and try to find this thing, because it's just, again, it's very simple, very easy. If you're using it already, you're finding other benefits of it, feel free to let me know. This is only a 10-minute episode. I didn't get a chance to go in and do all of this stuff, but I made sure we put some information on our website, thesalesevangelist.com. This is episode number 146. If you go to our website, thesalesevangelist.com, it will be one of the latest up there. Depends on when you're listening to this, but either way, you can search for episode 146. You can get access to the links, get access to the videos, and get access to the information that we have out there on this stuff. So I want you to go ahead and try it. Tell me what you think. Tell me what you like about it. Tell me your thoughts. I shared this with a couple people in our private Facebook group, the Sales Evangelizers, because the question came up several weeks ago someone was asking, how can I find a list of people besides just Googling them? I hope this can help you get in front of some of those individuals that you are trying to get access to for a long time. I hope that this is able to give you better access to do your campaigns if you're a marketing manager, or just being able to find more success with what you're doing. Hey, SalesLoft is a great tool, but it won't do the work for you. It requires you to do it. It requires you to download the application. It requires you to run the query. And that's what it comes down to for all of us. We have to take action. We can't keep doing the same thing over and over and over again and expect to get a different result. We have to try something new, and this is a great way to try something new. If you're scared, go out and try it. I mean, what's the worst that can happen? It's a free tool. Test it, see if it brings benefit to you, and see if it can bring success to your sales career. Tell me about it. Tell me about how you're using it. I mean, if I see this with entrepreneurs, if entrepreneurs are out there, if you're solopreneurs, you're trying to find people, this should be something you have in your toolbox. This is something that you should be utilizing, and especially that you can go down to the nitty-gritty of your community, your city, your area. You should be trying this. You should be using it. Overall, I want you to be successful, widely successful. I want you to be happy. I want you to have fun. But most importantly, I want you to go out and do big things.